happy. Like, you know, you're supposed to wait till the end because, like, our principal was like, wait till the end till everybody crosses. But he broke the rules for me. And we just pretty much clapped, and it was fun. It was cool to graduate with all my friends and stuff. And I went to prom, even though I was looking like Skeletor, because I was really skinny. Because I, like, you know, like I said, I was 6'3" and I was 150, and I was still gaining weight, but my face was like really skinny. So I went, but yeah, I gelled up the hair, and I was there. I had the little suit on, so that was cool. I was happy that I got to graduate.
What about accessibility at home?
At home, luckily, like I said, I kept in contact with the priest, like from my Catholic school, and he kind of became an advocate for me, and like he knew a lot of wealthy people because he worked at Quigley and through connections and stuff. So in Catholic charities and stuff like that. So they put a like where I lived, was a basement. There's a basement, and it was kind of like our living room. So they just put a ramp like going downstairs. So I would just pretty much stay downstairs and like, you know, like I had a microwave and stuff like my mom would make me food and then just leave it and then I would just heat it up and stuff like that. So.
Did you have any plans? Did college even cross your mind after graduating high school?
See, actually, I was never the kind of kid that liked academics. Like I was more of like I went to school for lunch and gym, you know. Like I just played sports, you know. But I was not dumb. I just didn't really like apply myself. Like I was just, you know, at that age you're naive and you just think you know everything. So I did what I did to get by. You know what I mean? Every student teacher like meeting, parent teacher meeting was like, Jaime's so good. Like he has so much potential. I heard that every meeting. Like he has so much potential if he would just apply himself. So like yeah. I really didn't, I didn't really plan on going to college. Like, the only way I was going to go to college was through basketball. And, like, my coach was, like, working on getting me to St. John's, because I was a pretty good basketball player. And then, like, if I didn't get in through there, I planned on going to the...
St. John's, the church here?
St. John's, like, it's like a private college. Yeah, like a private Catholic college. It's pretty good for basketball, too. And then, he wanted me to do that, but then, like, if that wasn't the avenue I was going to go down, like, I wanted to go to the Army. Like, not to, like, the Army, but I wanted to go specifically to National Guard, like, Coast Guard, because I wanted to, like, do rescue, like, save people. Because, like, I've always been saving people, like, like, my whole life, because, like, I knew, sorry about that. Let me just silence that. So, yeah, like, I just always, like, I don't know, like, I knew a lot of people, so, like, when kids were about to get beat up, I'd be like, oh, no, he's cool, he's not a game banger, you know? Or, like, there was one time when my friend was, like, drowning in the water, and I went in to save him, and, like, nobody else was, like, I thought he was joking at first, and nobody else wanted to go in. We were, like, by the pier, by, like, Navy, by, like, Lake Michigan. And then his brother was like, no, I'm just for real, like, because we're all in there, and it was shallow water, like, up to here, but then I guess there was a dip, and then he like, started splashing, and his brother's like, oh, he can't swim. I'm like, well, why don't you jump in? He's like, I can't swim that good either. So I'm like, all right, cool, I jumped in. As soon as I went to get him, the kids started drowning me. I was like, oh God. I was like, he just like, as soon as I went to like grab him, he just like put my head under, and he weighed like a good 50 to 60 pounds heavier than me, and then just started drowning me. I was like, oh God, what is he doing, you know? So then, like, I don't know, somehow I just pushed him really strong, like off me, and then like he grabbed onto the bank, and then like took him out, and then like from then on, like his mom loved me. His mom, like every time I'd go over, like she'd make fresh tortilla, and, like everything, like, so it was cool. But ever since that day, I like, even though I almost died that moment, like cause like I was underwater for a while, I had like fight him off. Like I wanted to help, like I wanted to like help people. Like I felt like I wanted to come out the helicopter and like people out, you know, I always seen those commercials, like get people out of the trees and stuff. So, like, that's what I wanted to do, like, do rescue and help people out. Like, I don't know, I like being around people, I like helping people. That's what I wanted to do. So, then I got injured, so I really couldn't do that. And then it was crazy because like a couple years later, after like I was injured, like one of the guys called from the office and he's like, "Oh, you're still injured?" I was like, "I am, but I can't." I told him the situation. He's like, "Oh, sorry to hear that," but But
And then, how did you come to U of I? Like, what was?
oh, to U of I was actually my mom after I started getting better, my mom like wanted me to go to college right away. She didn't like want me to take a year off, and then I wanted to take a year off, and then she's like, "No, you gotta go back." So then I went to this school downtown, and I was good at drawing and like pretty much good at like computers a little bit. So I went into computer graphic design, some like trade school in Chicago, and I did that for like a year and a for like 2 years or so, like a year and a half. And that was right around 9/11. And I liked it, but I didn't want to do it as a career. Sometimes you like pick a major that's like, oh, it'll pay you good money, but then once you get into it and you get critiqued, and you're like, all right, I spent all night doing these projects, and you go to class and the teacher's like, well, that's not what the customer wanted, that's not what the client wanted. I'm like, damn, is that how my career is gonna be? Like, I don't want to spend like valuable time doing stuff and then have to go back to the drawing board after somebody says like they didn't like my ideas. Plus I'm like a perfectionist, so kind of like if I made everything perfect and somebody's like, no, it's not what I like, I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that as a career.
Yeah.
And then 9/11 came around, and that's when graphic design just went like from here to all the way down here, because advertising was booming, and then it just went down as soon as like 9/11 hit, and there weren't any jobs in that field. And then I started working with this security place like part-time, and then they started giving more, like, I'm a quick learner, so I like learned really quickly. I basically was just there to answer phones and stuff, and then they just like, I would get bored like sitting around, so they just gave me more and more work, and then eventually I just worked my way up, and they just kept on giving more hours, and then the school thing wasn't going good because of I was losing interest, and so I just started working full-time for that. And then like I say maybe 2 years after my body I started feeling comfortable, because like first getting like my side like was numb for like a half a year, like it was just numb, and then like when I would drink cold water I could feel it go all the way down, like I could feel it cold all the way. It just was weird. And like once I got used to like my body and like doing everything, driving and stuff like that, then I didn't drive for a while because I was scared. Oh, I think it's just
Okay.
it's just
Alright.
Oh, it's like the screen maybe, but yeah, it's dark.
yeah. So I was scared to drive at first because I got shot in the car, and I was like, the neighborhood I live in, like somebody can just come up again and I won't be able to run or jump out of the car. So I was kind of hesitant to basically drive again. And then I started with RIC. They had a basketball program, and I seen people like drive, so I was like, oh, I can drive, it's a possibility, but I was still kind of reluctant. And then I was just taking the bus, and I took a bus to go to basketball practice, and I tried it out. The guys were really mean to me, and like they were just like joking, like I didn't know that, but like they were just like being jerks. And like I had like a regular chair, like an everyday chair, and like they had basketball chairs, and I went to play, and I was good because I played basketball before, but I hit a couple shots, and then they just started backpicking me. And basically backpicking is like they'll pick you out with their chair so you can't get back on defense, and basically so you're out. And I don't know, then they were just really mean, like they were just like, oh, you got chopping cart syndrome on the chair, like, because one of the wheels like was like make like a little